we have some yarn news over at Muse2320. Two different boxes have just popped up. I am incredibly excited about both of these, but they are so insanely different that you and I need to have a little chit chat about it. So go ahead and grab yourself a spooky drink and let's get into both of these boxes. So first of all, the theme for both box is Stranger Things inspired, which I am so excited for the finale. Let me know if you're excited as well. The fact that I'm now going to have a spooky piece of crochet to not only remember the finale, but also be there with me as everything is playing out, because we have been waiting for this finale for a very long time. So let's live it up. Let's set up our planners. Let's work up some crochet projects. Let's just make a whole ordeal. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to decorate for this, especially the fact that I now have mystery yarn boxes. I think this is going to happen. So we have Muse Stranger Things Volume 1, The Box, and Muse Stranger Things Volume 2, The Countdown. Now, both of these have a pre-order cutoff the same exact date. So they are open right now until October 20th. That's it. The Upside Down is closed forever. Like every once in a while, Muse2320 will extend a little bit specialty boxes like this, but this one, I feel like, no, it's definitely going to close on the 20th because everything is already written out. So the first box is going to ship on November 17th, and the second volume is going to start shipping December 8th. So in order for us to get it to have in hand and then figure out what we're working up and then watch the episodes as we're working it all up together, like these dates have to kind of be set in stone. So if you're hoping for an extension of it, I'm thinking 20th, like that's a pretty set in stone thing right there. That's okay. We have time to chit chat about it, figure out what we're going to work up from it. Volume 1, The Box. Don't be afraid. Step through the Muse portal and grab the Volume 1 box, a limited edition collection straight from the Muse lab. Inside you'll find hand-dyed yarn, Muse Brews loose leaf tea, okay, and Stranger Things inspired surprises that just might make your grandma's wall phone ring. Just from that little description, like we don't know anything else. Oh, we do know the yarn, not the colorway, but we do know the options for the weight of the yarn: Mockingbird 2-ply and Pipit DK weight. DK weight, I normally lean towards beanies, cowls, fingerless mitts. 2-ply weight, socks. Imagine a Stranger Things inspired crochet pair of socks. Have this done volume 1 for the second round of episodes that come out, so you can be all cozy in the socks. Especially the fact that this is like an experience type box. It's not just the yarn. We're getting tea, we're getting other surprises. Okay, that's it. That's all we know. We know we get yarn and we get tea. If you have ever done a Muse2320 mystery yarn box before, you know that there's a huge range, especially the fact that we already know tea. Like that was going to be my first suggestion. I was like, maybe we'll get tea. Maybe we'll get a stick and stitch. If you've seen that on their site, which they have tons of them on there, maybe we'll get stickers. Sometimes there's stitch markers. There's so many things that could be in here. I got to think of the pattern though. So let me ask you, what would you rather see for the first box? A cozy beanie or a pair of socks? Like, which one would you lean towards? As you think about that, let's move over to Volume 2, The Countdown. Stranger Things, Volume 2, The Countdown. The Upside Down is calling. Will you answer? The clock is ticking. The Volume 2 box is all about the countdown. Inside, you'll find 11 mini hanks and 1 full hank of hand-dyed Muse yarn. The perfect way to stitch your way through the Volume 2 release and into the new year. So that is a lot of yarn. Like a full hank of yarn and 11 mini hanks, you could do some really cool projects with this. Again, you have two different options. It's the same thing. The Mockingbird 2-ply or the Pipit DK weight. For this one, I am leaning towards the Mockingbird 2-ply. Since there is so much yarn in here, I want to have as many options going as possible for patterns. So I'm going to pull out my triangle wrap, my cowl, my beanie. I don't know. It depends on the colors that are in here. So we don't know if it's going to be color pooling, if it's a solid stripe action. We have no idea. And we won't know until we find the boxes on our doorstep, just rip it open and lay all the yarn out. So it's kind of hard for me to pick out what project I want to do exactly for this. But at this moment in time, I'm leaning towards a wrap and not some color work. Also, a wrap is something that I love doing as I'm watching movies movies because it's just, again, a thing that I could do mindless. I've made so many of them, and something that people ask me for all the time during the winter. They're like, you remember that one thing that you can like put? I'm like, yeah, it's not a cowl, it's the wrap. Yeah, the wrap. I would like another one of those. And I get it because it's just like big, chunky, cozy, but you can style it however you want and you can put it underneath your coat. That's the thing. When it's snowing and it's cold outside, I want to have layers, but I also don't want my neck to be cold. Like my neck and my ears, those are the two things that I get really irritated with when they are cold. I just know myself, and not to make it other people's problem when I'm out and about walking around and it's super cold and windy, I gotta have these two areas super protected. So the fact that I would have a little extra wool all wrapped up and ready to go as I'm walking about in this snowy area, the more I think about it, the more I would love it, especially with whatever colorway Muse2320 comes up with. I know it's going to be fantastic. And let's just remember, Muse2320 loves doing red yarn, and it's not just one. Like I have a couple just sitting right here. Okay, so we have this one. Oh, here we go. This is Pipit in the DK weight yarn. Look at that intensity. This is why I never get tired of it. She could do red yarn for every single mystery box that comes out, and I would be first in line for that. Like, absolutely. Tweed, it's super cozy, screams fall right now. I really need to work this up into something. Actually, I think I only have the one. The thing with Sarah is that she's such an incredible artist, especially when you give her a theme and say, okay, here's what you're working with. We're just giving you an idea. Now make it into a hank of yarn. I'm just incredibly excited to see the direction that she's going because, I mean, Stranger Things, that's so many different ways we could go with it, and we only have 2 boxes. But let me know, are you excited about both of the boxes? Is one calling out to you more than the others? Also, if you are a countdown ghoul, you love doing these style of boxes, shout out in the comments down below some of your favorite patterns that you like to use for mini hanks of yarn, especially ones with 11 to 13 mini hanks of yarn. I would love to hear what your go-to patterns are for those type of yarn boxes. Otherwise, that is it for me today. So thanks for coming back to the Yarn Dungeon, having a little bit of a chat. I hope your night is extra spooky, and I will see you in my next video.